one of the ways is through direct lobbying. And it's really not that hard, especially with today's computer system where no one knows what you look like. You can be really well spoken and you won't be judged for being a hippie in a tie-dye because all you are is a registered voter to those people, to the politicians. That's all they care about, is that they're hearing from their constituents and they don't have a face to that name. And you still want to tell your representative, change the drug laws, you can. Yeah. It's easy peasy. All you have to do is sign up to, there's several different ones. Americans for Safe Access, Marijuana Policy Project, NORML, NORML, and they will hook you up with updates to tell you what kind of bad laws they're trying to implement and pass. So press us more, and then you can tell them that you don't want them to vote that way. You can do that, and it's very easy. All you have to do is write a letter, send an email, make a phone call, and if you really feel like you want to get adventurous, go down to the local office of your politician, and you can set up a meeting, usually to meet with one of their staff representatives. And it's worked for us. That's why we keep trying to tell you guys to do it too. We have made it work just by contacting these people. That's all it took. You can do it through a college chapter. It's just amounts of signatures, mass amounts of signatures. It's much more effective, in my opinion, than actually getting out and rallying, because then you just kind of get reported by the paper however it ends up being. The thing with your politicians is that these are the people that need to be talked to. These are the people that are actually going to make the change. So you can look it up. If you're not in New York, check it out, normal.org. You can find out more information on how you can get involved and communicate with these people. Because the more you do it, the more you can make a change. Every kind of person imaginable, they're likely to like smoking pot. And yes, it's true, not everyone smokes pot. It's not for everyone. But it's not just white people that like smoking pot. It's not just Mexicans that like smoking pot. All of us like smoking pot. And that can bring us together. And that's what they fear the most. They do not want us to be unified. They want you to believe that the war on drugs is there to save the children. They want you to believe that the war on drugs has to be fought continually at this expense and this cost to stop crime in our communities, when in fact the exact opposite is true. The war on drugs creates crime.
Right on, dude.
Prohibition creates crime.
No doubt.
It is the most basic economics that when there is a demand for something, someone else will come up for a supply. Because if there's somebody with morals, say, that doesn't want to, say, shoot somebody, okay, maybe they won't get involved in that process. But then the next desperate person sees that opportunity, say for making a lot of cash, and there you go. There's always going to be another person to fill those shoes of that drug dealer. Always. You can't stop people from selling drugs. You can't stop people from selling anything that other people want. It is economics, the simplest thing. And our advanced culture and society is ignoring the most basic economics that there are. I love all of you guys. This event is so filled with love that people that come in and haven't been here before, comment to me constantly that it's just such a good energy that we have between each other. We always want to hug each other and say that thank you and we love you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. So, you guys are the future. Do you want to live with freedom, or do you not want to live with freedom? It's really as simple as that. A lot of people just haven't felt free. People look at each other and realize that we identify with each other more than we identify with a lot of people, or basically judge you, which is my next point, is that in being oppressed as a group of people, a pot-smoking group of people, we can identify with oppression, and we are oppressed, all of us, and it doesn't feel good. It feels nasty, just like war. When you turn on the TV and you just hear about how many more soldiers have died for no reason, and then when you all realize that the media is bullshit, and that all of the information is being fed to the mass public, that is the small percentage that actually bothers to even watch that totally washed out version of the news to begin with, which is, say, maybe 30% of the people that bother to watch the news, and more like 10% that read a newspaper daily.
I want the truth.
And then you think about that, that's only that many of us that's actually trying to pay attention. And then we're trying to pay attention, but what are we paying attention to? Lies! Woo.
I want the truth. I want the truth. The truth. Woo. What are we paying attention to? Wow.
So go on the internet.
The science.
Be discerning. Find alternative sources of information, because that's what's going to save us.
All right.
And if we don't save ourselves, who is going to save us? Who? No one.
Not these guys.
You know when they came from the Jews and you turned away, and then they came for the blacks and you still turned away, and then when they came for you, what are you going to do then?
Right.
Stand up. That's why we all have to stick together, and we all have to appreciate the fact that Herb brings us all together. Herb is a very special plant, as we all know. It makes us all feel a certain magical way that enhances most of our lives that choose to partake in it. And it's a really nice thought to know that that feeling we can relate to each other in. And I don't know if you noticed, but it seems that weed smokers tend to be more peaceful. And we bring about a sense of peace. When we all get together and we smoke together and we respect one another, regardless of who you are or what you look like. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and I just wanted to say a quick note that we are selling Harvest Fest t-shirts and sweatshirts and posters. So if you could please check them out, and if you want to buy one, the money is going to be going to New York Normal. I want to say thank you one last time to all of you lovely, beautiful people for getting together here and making one hell of an awesome event.